And we're back, and it looks like we're gonna have to go ahead and redo that quest again since I didn't get to finish this. So we're gonna go skip the dialogue since we've already handed the items, but we got 90k out of the thing. So we're gonna go skip the cutscene and go on to the next task. Usually I'd be playing through the dialogue, but since we've already done the dialogue and we got a 90k out of the game, we're skipping over to the next task because that's how we generally do things in case we have some latency issues. Something I can do for you, stranger? If you this is a brand, best state it quickly. This gas is least to follow an incident to investigate. Well, Biano's wondering about this letter, you say? Well, you couldn't have come to a better place. Head over, my good man, and let Brand see what he can't keep. Oh, did Bran know it, or did Bran know it? There's no mistaking these chocobo scratches. This is the crewmanship of none other than that roving minstrel of no small repute, also known as Kaori's father. As for the content of the letter, why, it's none other than a particularly portentous passage from the 7th verse of the Divine Chronicles, as writ by Isaiah Thousand Eyes so many years ago. Oh, if you care to hear it, Old Brand be happy to perform a dramatic reading of the full words. Ne'er to land consumed sun can see bare moons. Heaven spew crimson flame, hell's seep black doom. Stray seeds quicken in ashes grey embrace. Valiant blades forged under the 12's good grace. Huh? What's that? Pretty ominous to say the least, no? But I wouldn't be worrying overmuch. Scholars posit that this was a prophecy foretelling the 7th umbral calamity, which, as we all know, has come and long since gone. I think the 12th of that. As for why our minstrelling friend saw fit to scribble this down, bottle it, and toss it into the sea, well, why don't we saunter on over to Ul'dah and ask the good man himself? After all, what with it being the rising and all, it's as good an occasion as any to reflect upon the rebirth of our realm. Alright, off to Ul'dah, where I'm based. Finally we head to Ul'dah. See, here's the thing. Usually the rising starts in Ul'dah, but this time, a little bit of a curveball. We start in Eastern Alosia, then to Limsa, then to Ul'dah. Alright, here we go. The run! Over. Bonga! Well met, my friends. Might I interest you in a song? Oh, an interview with the Harvard Herald, you say? You do this humble minstrel a great honor. I will be happy to oblige, to be forewarned. There may be matters which I am not at liberty to divulge. But, but of course, anything and everything you'd be willing to tell me and my colleague here, old Brian, would be nothing but appreciative. Hmm. Well, my friends, I must say, this brings me back a ways. I did indeed scribe this letter many, many years ago, for the calamity described therein came to pass. With disaster looming nigh, I sojourned in a small fishing village just a stone's throw from Bloodshore, near what is now Costa del Sol, though none called it by that in those times. I spent night and day penning countless letters identical to this one. I placed each one in a bottle, cast them into the sea, in hopes of warning Eorzeans far and wide about the realm's impending doom. Many of my adventure acquaintances assisted me in the task. To think that one of those letters would find its way to you after so many years. Yes, fate works in mysterious ways. Why, yes, I do believe that my muse stirs within me. If you might indulge me for a moment. Huh? Where am I? Hmm? Huh? Oh, were you? Oh, oh. Oh my. Who are these people? Greetings, Warrior of Light. You needn't be alarmed. This is a world that exists outside the reality. Could it be a dream? But a fancy conjured by a weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and you have my most heartfelt thanks for gracing this world with your presence and your deeds of surpassing courage and valor. Oh, how the years have flown by since I crossed the rift to this world. I trust that your adventures here stir your heart and nourish your soul. We are still here, just as ever, describing the events that will go down in the history of this vast realm. A job, of course, that we could not do were it not for your extraordinary exploits. One might even say, just as you have embarked on your adventures, we all also been adventures of our own. Each adventure brings meetings and partings and countless trials that must be overcome. The task is never an easy one, but at journey's end we emerge stronger, more enlightened, and closer to the individuals we want to be. For this reason and many more, this world we share with you, is near and dear to our hearts as nothing else could be. And so I will remain here singing of your great deeds, those that have come to pass and those that are yet a dream, and together we will tell a tale that will live on long after we are gone.
Thank you.
Now, time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. In truth, there are others who have messages they wish to share with you, but do not worry, we shall find a way. Ever will we be watching over you. Guide the realm unto peace and happiness, hero of Eosia. Till next we meet.
Farewell. Bye-bye. What a song! Why, that has to be the most mellifluous, moving composition that I've ever heard. You've outdone yourself this time, my minstrel and friend.
Why, I'd best get back to the Herald and put pen to parchment before I go forgetting the words. Be seeing you, friend, and tell Papiano the greatest gods and Limsa sends his regards. See you.
Bye-bye.
The calamity took much from us, but Eosia rose from the rubble, and as Susanna strong today she has. To you whose courage and devotion will see our realms will even brighter tomorrow, I dedicate this song. O hero of river traversing, hear you this Scotland, lay bare close to truth and tame the skies, let azure guide your hand. O hero of river traversing, break you the tyrant bonds, embrace the sin and chase the light, to darkness a world will dawn.
Wow. Oh. Whoa! What is going on? Wow! Yeah! Onga!
When the calamity raised this land, Eosia we once knew was lost to us forever. Yet, the realm as it once lives on to this day in the hearts of those who call it home. So it is that in this season of remembrance, my thoughts turn to those who are with us no more, to the world they left behind. For it is truly knowing and understanding our past that allows us to stride confidently toward our future.
Oh. Yup, you're right.
One final swim over to Bloodshore to wrap up this quest.
Get into the water here. Get a swim. And yeah, the water is cold. How did it get so cold here? It's supposed to be like ocean, right? Yeah. I need to get to this cat girl soon. One.
Last hunt.
Oh, there you are. I was wondering when you'd be back. Was Bran able to help you puzzle out the meaning of that ominous missive? A years old message to warn the people of the Seventh Emerald Calamity, you say? Here I was worried we were facing our impending doom all over again. At any rate, I owe you something for going above and beyond the call of duty for me today. This might not be much, but please take it with my most sincere gratitude. Speaking of which, it's the strangest thing. Ever since you left, we've had more and more of those bottles come floating in with the tide. I'm pleased to say that this time, the words are not ominous in the least, and judging from the penmanship, it would seem that they come from a variety of senders. Yes, messages in bottles seem to be all the rage these days, which would be all well and good if I weren't stuck with the task of keeping these sands shining and spotless. Which gives me an idea. If you're curious about the contents of the letters, perhaps you'd be willing to help you pick a few of them up. I'll even throw a token provided by the festival authorities for each bottle you bring to me. More tokens for you ask? Why, they can be exchanged for a veritable bounty of simply delightful seasonal goods with a rising glitter. And take my word for it, it'd be more than worth your while. 6s and 7s. So now, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and collect all that stuff. After all you've already done, you're still willing to lend for but beyond a loving hand? You truly are a saint. Or perhaps you're just curious to find out what all these letters say. Don't blame you for that. I am too. Anyhow, many of them are washing in these days. I don't suppose they'll be too hard to find. Bring back to me what you found, I'll open them right up. And you also quite serious your task, mind you, so you can read the message at your leisure. Alright, so now we do the second part of this thing. Gotta summon that minion. Leave a message in a small bottle. So to collect the posters, you need to do this recurring thing here. So what we're gonna do to wrap up this live stream is to collect all the posters and even probably do some narrating reading. Here we go. Is that a message in a bottle in your hands, or you just happy to see me? It's a bottle. Take a look. Splendid. For doing your part to clean the beach, I'm more than happy to furnish you with this spiffy, shiny, absolutely official rising token. You want to hold on to it and acquire even more if you can, so that you can exchange it for any of the wide array of festival goods and accessories available from our vendor. It's 10 rising tokens right there. In the meantime, why don't you take the letter and find a quiet spot and here to read it? I mentioned that gazing about the fireworks of the sea would do an excellent job of setting the scene. Whoever wrote this and wherever they are, no doubt they want nothing more than for the words to reach adventure like that. Now let's take a look. The other day at the Thread Plaza, I happened upon a minstrel cheerfully strumming a tune for an abundant crowd of adventurers and townspeople. Impromptu concerts like these have been happening more and more of late. I dare say nothing fills our hearts with joy when mixing people of all ages, backgrounds, and walks of life, bonding over a love of music. To all the talented composers and instrumentalists out there, we thank you for providing a soundtrack to stir our own hearts. We hope that the music of yours has served to render your adventures even richer and more memorable. Ever in harmony with you, a humble instrument maker. Welcome! We've assembled a veritable host of exclusive seasonal goods for any and all adventurers who will lend a hand in cleaning up the beach. Should you have any tokens then, I encourage you to peruse our wares. And as you can see, we have these Realm Reborn Red, Magic Prism, Heaven's Tracker, Meteor Shower, and Magic Crystal Flowers. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 more of these so that we get all the posters. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. Help this cat girl out. Remember, in my theme song, Waifu with the Laments and Lecture, my waifu is a unicorn. Yo. Wonga! You! And here we go with the next letter.
Fledgling adventurer, I pray this message finds you. Though your journey has just begun, I sense you will yet make a name for yourself. We all must start somewhere, as I once did, though not every avenue lead to fame and glory. I have faith in you. Wherever your travels may lead, always remember this: you are not alone. When you stumble, there are those who would catch you. When you lose your way, there are those who would guide you back to your path. Perhaps someday, you will be the one taking the lead, showing others how it's done. Until then, keep fighting the good fight, and may good fortune befall you. Yours, a fellow adventurer.
And it's time for 1 more. We hear that these days it's all the rage for adventurers to gather small groups and paint portraits of themselves, striking stylish poses. As humble art supply provisioners, all we can do is provide the canvas, the palette, the paint, and the brush by which such works of art can be crafted. And we realize there is much we still must do to allow adventurers to fully realize their aesthetic visions. Yet, seeing the masterworks you're already crafting each day, already creating each day, instills us with pride and the passion to continue pursuing our craft. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for allowing us to take part in this creative collaboration, and look forward to providing you more materials to add to your artist workshop in the future. Wishing you eternal inspiration, the art provisioners of Eorska. Alright, it's time to go ahead and collect those posters. So it takes 30 tokens to collect all 6 posters. That means 3 runs of collecting these bottles. Because ideally get 1 small, 1 medium, and 1 large. Yo. And now, the last thing we're going to be doing for this special broadcast of the Rising 2019 is to show you the posters and have them shown in my room, the Bonga room. Here's the fact that you should know. I live several doors down from my wife, Kaori Harukawa, on the same floor in the same ward in Shirogane. We're just separated by several doors. Unsurprisingly, Kaori's apartment room is more elaborated. So, let's go ahead. I'll show you what the Bonga room looks like. It's a very simple apartment. And there's plenty of space to go ahead and put all of them. So, here we go. Time to stretch, boy. Alright, boy. Let's go ahead and do it. Start with... This is Liberation, the main 4.0 main scenario for Stormblood. Patch 4.1, The Legend Returns. Patch 4.1, Patch 4.2, Rise of a New Sun. Patch 4.3, Under the Moonlight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a switch here. There. Patch 4.4. Prelude in Violet. I'm gonna go ahead and move it somewhere else here. And patch 4.5, A Requiem for Heroes. I'll do one more touch here.
And there you have it. That was The Rising 2019 on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, presented to you in living color by the Debauchery Tea Party Free Company of Coeurl. We live in the database. My name is Bongaboi Pangyatoy, the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you very much for watching. Our next scheduled broadcast will be in September. It will be Georgette Lemaire doing the main scenario for 5.0, or Kaori Harukawa doing the Omega Raid cutscenes. You'll just have to keep your eyes peeled. If you like what you see in this broadcast, hit the heart button on your Twitch player, the like button on Facebook, and the subscribe button on YouTube. On behalf of everyone in the Debauchery Tea Party Free Company of Coeurl, the Coeurl World, the Crystal Data Center, and everyone across Final Fantasy XIV, may you ever walk in the light and darkness of the crystal. It's bye for now.